Yes, I need a milk refund.
When you don't trust yourself with cooking a whole chicken, you usually assume that something prepackaged is the safer way to go. But it isn't always. Here are 10 grocery store food recalls you need to know about right now.
Recall! Recall! Recall!
Iowa Smokehouse original beef sticks.
What are you eating?
Beef stick.
Beef stick.
This one's not a hands-down, it sucks for everybody recall, but if you're allergic to milk products, get rid of this one's stat. The 2-pound packages of Iowa Smokehouse original beef sticks packaged between November 15th and 17th, 2021 are being recalled because of reports of unintended cheese.
We got a tip about some food entering the country illegally?
It's just cheese.
In fancy terms, these beef sticks contain undeclared allergens and faulty labeling. In everyday words, these beef sticks are a potential nightmare for lactose-intolerant people. The U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Service has declared that these salty snacks might contain milk products, a dangerous prospect for some unsuspecting stomachs. The questionable snacks are numbered 1633B, and they are dated as being best before November 15th, 2022 or November 17th, 2022. So although they have been pulled from shelves already, these snacks were shipped nationwide, so they could be found in fridges and freezers everywhere. DiGiorno Crispy Pan Crust Pepperoni Pizza.
Crust first.
This freezer staple has run into a manufacturing error that could be a bonus for some or a massive issue for others. Unfortunately, some of the pizzas at one Nestle plant were put in the wrong box. So if your DiGiorno Crispy Pan Crust Pepperoni Pizza looks suspiciously more like a 3-meat pizza instead of a pepperoni pizza, you're not wrong. Congratulations, you get extra meat on your pizza.
Nice.
But do be warned, the 3-meat pizza is a little different than the straight pepperoni because it contains textured soy protein. Therein lies the problem. Do not consume the pizza if you were buying pepperoni to avoid this allergen. It is not as innocent as it seems. It's a pretty common allergy, so chances are someone will have issues. But hopefully the recall message goes far enough that the right people find out in time. If you're concerned about the pizza lurking in your freezer, check out the best before date. The mislabeled pizzas should be dated March 2022. The pizzas were shipped nationally, and people keep frozen pizzas in their freezers for a long time. Dream Pops Ice Cream Bites.
You hungry hippos ate my ice cream.
These little chocolate-covered, plant-based ice cream bites sound like a dream, but they lose some of their appeal when you find out some containers may contain milk ingredients. Not only is this an issue as an allergen, but it is also an issue that vegans would appreciate knowing. The whole reason for this dessert item is that it's made for people who are avoiding milk products. So while it may not be a massive issue for some, for others, this might be a fast track to a totally ruined couple of days.
No! God!
The front of the packaging does, after all, advertise that it is a plant-based product. So even without reading the back, the absence of milk products is highly assumed. The questionable Dream Pop bites are Vanilla Sky, Berry Dreams, Birthday Cake, and Cookie Dough, and have best before dates ranging from June 28th, 2022 to October 21st, 2022. So if you're concerned about consuming milk products for any reason or have the potential for a reaction, make sure you check the dates on the ones in your freezer. You are advised not to consume them and instead return them for a complete refund wherever they were purchased. How did they discover this issue? Apparently, someone had an allergic reaction after consuming the product. Now, that's not the kind of surprise treat you want in your freezer. Cream Puffs.
Cream puffs. That's what you call them. Delicious.
Though some recalls aren't a problem for every consumer, this one's a recall that everyone should be aware of. So make sure you check your freezer if you've bought cream puffs recently. The boxes in question include Deliza Cream Puff boxes of 120, Deliza Cream Puff boxes of 30, Deliza Chocolate-Coated Cream Puff boxes of 30, and Taste of Inspirations Cream Puff boxes of 30. They were at many grocery stores, including Costco, Safeway, ShopRite, Price That's right, and Hannaford, and they were distributed at various locations across the U.S. If you want to check yours, the problematic puffs were packaged between December 7th and December 10th, 2021, and will expire in 2023. Specific UPC and lot codes have been released should you like to cross-reference your purchase. It's highly recommended that you check your purchase since they are reported to potentially contain small metal fragments.
What did you say?
Thankfully, no injuries have been reported yet, but this is definitely a recall you want to be aware of. If you discover that you somehow own some of these sketchy cream puffs, feel free to bring them back to wherever you purchased them for a full refund. Ling chicken and vegetable pot stickers. When you picked up your last bag of pre-made pot stickers, how excited were you to have a deliciously convenient treat right in your freezer? Unfortunately, some of you may have to bring yours back. Some 4.2-pound bags of Ling chicken and vegetable pot stickers have recently been recalled due to the discovery of hard plastic inside. Now that's certainly not the tasty hors d'oeuvre anyone was hoping for. The recalled products can be found in many locations and stores, so the best way to identify the suspect bags is to look at their expiration date. The bags are dated as being best by October 22nd, 2022, and have a lot code of 1911203. Though they have been taken off the shelves, freezer items are always a concern during a recall because many people just buy them and forget about them for months. If you find one of these bags, you are urged not to eat them.
Trust me when I say this.
Instead, you should bring them back to where they were purchased for a refund. As of yet, there have been no reported injuries or adverse reactions, but that doesn't mean there can't be. For as long as there are forgotten pot stickers in freezers, there will still be cause for concern. Soycutash from Trader Joe's.
So, what's for dinner?
A side of corn succotash.
If you're fond of Trader Joe's frozen Soycutash, you might want to know that some 16-ounce bags, in fact almost 46,000 of them, are currently being recalled due to potential listeria contamination. If you think that Soycutash sounds like a made-up word, you're not wrong. It's Trader Joe's iconic mix of corn, edamame, and red bell peppers. Traditional succotash is made with lima beans, but this popular alternative is made with edamame instead. The vegetable blend is a staple in freezers everywhere, and many will be saddened to hear they have to route through their deep freeze to see if they have one of these malicious miscreants. Though consuming it is unlikely to cause lasting problems, you could still develop some pretty uncomfortable side effects. Things like diarrhea and fever are always better to avoid if you can. To make matters worse, symptoms might even appear up to 70 days after infection. So if you accidentally consume this item, you'll be on high alert for quite a while.
Horse!
All things considered, there's really no excuse not to return it for a refund, since you can. If you're wondering if you have one of these bags, check out the full details on the FDA website. The use-by dates were November 5th, 6th, and 11th, 2023, and they were distributed in Arizona, California, Nevada, and Utah. Angel Formula.
Mama!
If you purchased the infant formula Angel Formula, you are advised to stop using it immediately. It was sold through More Herbs in Detroit and was also available online. It is being recalled because it does not meet the standard infant formula nutrition and labeling requirements. According to recent tests, it is too high in iron, sodium, and potassium.
I made a mistake.
It also lacks vitamin D. All of these together could lead to some pretty noteworthy deficiencies and imbalances, especially if used as an infant's primary food source. There haven't been any severe illnesses linked to this formula to date, but anyone who's concerned should contact a healthcare provider. The product has been in distribution since 2019, so many affected individuals might have already been consuming it for a while. If you find it in your cupboard, you are advised to throw throw it away or return it for a refund. Considering you probably have infant formula because you need it, we highly recommend returning it if you can. If you want to know whether yours is the one recalled, it probably is. All products in this line are on recall. It is sold in 16-ounce bottles, and there are no identifying lot numbers, UPC codes, or specific dates. Hopefully everyone gets this message and stops using this formula as soon as possible. Being a parent is overwhelming enough without knowing that the formula you painstakingly decided to use was potentially harming your child. Lobster.
Lobster, 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 you are delicious.
Oh, God, I love butter sauce.
What's better than a lobster dinner? A lobster dinner that doesn't come with a side of listeria, obviously. More than 5,000 pounds of frozen lobster have been recalled from shelves nationwide. The distribution started in Maine and New Hampshire, but packages have since been sold wholesale across the U.S. The lobster in question is by a company called Greenhead Lobster Products, and it comes in a large variety of options. Many dates of packages are included in the recall, so if you're questioning your lobster, you might want to cross-reference what you have with the list online. Though many contamination threats are more cautionary, this one is particularly concerning because the contamination has actually been confirmed. Of course, your particular purchase might not be, but when it comes to seafood, it's always better to play it safe.
You like seafood, do you?
Nobody has reported having gotten seriously ill from these products to date, but who wants to be that special someone? Listeria infections range from nuisance to lethal, depending on your immune system. While some tend to just be plagued by nausea, severe headaches, and fever, it can be particularly more concerning for those with weaker immune systems, or if you're pregnant. If you discover this product in your freezer, do not eat it. Dole packaged salads.
Ron, would you like some salad?
Since I am not a rabbit, no, I do not.
The last time you bought a prepackaged salad at the grocery store, did you wonder if it was safe to eat? Probably not. Most people assume that salad is always the right choice when it comes to your health. Unfortunately, many packaged salads from Dole Fresh Vegetables are recalled due to potential listeria contamination. As we said earlier, listeria itself is not necessarily fatal, but it isn't exactly a fun experience, and it can be dangerous for anyone with a weakened immune system or if they're pregnant. If you think you might have some of the questionable lettuce, make sure to check online for the details. There are many different package sizes, and they were shipped to numerous locations across the US and even Canada. Thankfully, it's not all Dole veggies and fruits that are being recalled. The potential contaminator was on the equipment that harvested the iceberg lettuce, so anything else they package should be completely fine.
Oh, right. Well, that is good to know.
So far, no actual illnesses have been reported linked to this outbreak, so we may get past this one without any dramatic headlines. This recall is being done out of an abundance of caution, and when it comes to health, we appreciate caution. Lyden Spice Corporation spices.
Spicy meat. Yeah, boy.
This recall's a bit different because it isn't due to some foreign-sounding mysterious disease that nobody could see coming. This one is due to a rat infestation at Lyden Spice Corporation. If rats aren't enough to make you squeal on their own, you have to imagine the whole scene at this plant. There were insects, rat feces, and urine, too.
What?
This sounds like the production plant of nightmares, and it's hard to imagine this happened in Miami, but it did, and thankfully they've been put in their place. Now it's up to you to ensure you don't have any of the cringy spices in your cupboard, unless you want a steak with a side of rat poop. The offending spices were seized back in October 2021, so it's unlikely they were purchased recently if you have them. But we all know that cupboards are where old spices go to die. So you might want to check to see if there might be some ratty spices lurking in the darkness of your cupboard. Looking for more? Just tap or click another video. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to join our notification squad. And hey, leave us a comment.